Welcome to Anime Sensei, guys, and today's topic promises to be mind-blowing. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. And beware for the following spoilers. Humanoid monster Bim. The 2006 anime is also known as Yokai Ninjin Bim. It features demons, and this supernatural anime is not lacking in the horror department. Three monsters by the name of Bim, Bara, and Baro arrive at the large city and immediately notice the evil atmosphere that has been caused by humans and other monsters. With monsters running wild in this land, they decide to protect humanity, keeping the peace, even though they're mocked by some humans for their appearance. These yokai have a goal in mind. They hope that one day they can become human beings in return for their good deeds, so they won't stop protecting the city until that happens. 9. Trickster. If being immortal and unable to die isn't overpowered, I don't know what is. Yoshio Kobayashi, a boy suffering from amnesia, has one dream in his life: to die. Sadly, he can't achieve that, being someone with a power that makes him immortal. After he hesitantly joins the boys' detective club, after being promised to find a way to end his existence, his cold and antisocial self begins to melt away slowly as he investigates crimes with his newly found friends. Who knows, maybe his antisocial behavior and wish to die will be erased as well. Togainu no Chi. The Third World War takes place, and things are no longer the same. A group called Vishio captures Tokyo and renames it Toshima, and in the back alleys, a new kind of battle game starts taking place. It's called Igura. It's like a street brawl, but the intensity is several folds higher. Blood is as natural as sweat. And it isn't just Igura either. There's another sport named Blaster, and it's even more intense, as this game allows the use of weapons, and also gives you the green light to kill. There's a young man named Akira. He's all alone, and he's also undefeated at Blaster. However, suddenly he gets accused of murder, and things start going south for him. But a young woman approaches him, and even promises him another shot at freedom. All he has to do is to defeat the king of Igura. But can he? 7. Codebreaker. He isn't only the most antisocial student in the school, he's the most overpowered one, and a cold-blooded killer at that. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and evil for evil. This is the principle Rei Ogami lives by. A quote he says to activate his powers that burn injustice in the world with shimmering blue flames, leaving no body residue or even ashes or traces of a fire taking place. His cold demeanor makes him even harder to socialize with. With his powers aside, just a single glance from his cold, dead eyes is enough to freeze the blood in your veins. He definitely isn't someone you should be messing with. Oh, and by the way, that's Rei on his good days. Trust me, you don't want to see him on a bad day. 6. Darwin's Game. In a game of life and death, where the only thought that ever comes to your mind is survival, finding a love interest can prove quite difficult and perilous as well, since you don't even know who it is that wants to kill you and who doesn't. This game might be on mobile, but it's far off from being just a user-friendly mobile game to pass some time and have some fun with friends. This game is the real deal, putting your life at risk on the line and living in constant danger, trying to survive in whatever ways you deem necessary. This game is unforgiving, to say the least, and has no qualms at all in taking your life easily like it's worth nothing. Will the MC survive this brutal game, or will it claim his life like all those before him? 5. Gangsta. If it isn't obvious already, this anime is about gangsters, and the story takes place in the underworld. There are two mercenaries named Nicholas Brown and Warwick Arcangelo. They take up jobs that no one else can handle, and that's why they've made a name for themselves. They're strong, and even mob syndicates or the police are willing to hire them. They're willing to do anything, and they'll get it done. But after they literally destroy a local pimp, they add a prostitute in their ranks, just so they can protect her from the people who want her dead. But because of their actions, the balance of power in the underground world might start to crumble. Guys, if you're into drama and gangs, this is what you should be checking out.
4. Kubikiri Cycle. The Kubikiri Cycle is an original video anime that aired in 2016. It consists of 8 episodes, each 30 minutes long. The protagonist, Iria Akagami, is a genius with a rare illness that has forced her to live away, isolated from her family. To keep her busy, she invites some other geniuses to her mansion: a computer savant, a fortune teller, an artist, an academic scholar, and a cook, all keep her company. These visits go on without trouble until tragedy strikes. One of the guests is murdered and pandemonium ensues. In this action and mystery anime, will Bee Killer be found?
Three. Dororo. Hyakimaru for the entirety of the series was only trying to find all the demons that took what belongs to him and kill them to retrieve it. On his journey, they meet a girl raising young orphans. She even takes care of Hyakimaru and nurses him back to health after being injured in his last fight. They grow fond of each other, and Hyakimaru falls in her love. His happiness doesn't last though, and just as swift as he fell in love with her, she was taken away from him and killed by evil soldiers, along with the orphan children, all orchestrated by his father, of course. Watching his beloved and the children dead, Hyakimaru loses control and gives in to the rage welling up inside him, transforming him into a soulless beast, more dangerous than a demon and faster than lightning, swiftly tearing the soldiers into pieces, turning them into minced meat, while crying and shouting from the bottom of his lungs too, just to show the watchers the immense rage and loss he feels and how much he's torn inside. Two. Zankyo no Terror. From the names 12 and 9, you can directly figure out that those two were being used as a part of an experiment. A top-secret organization was doing experiments on kids, turning them into weapons using inhumane methods and tests. 12 and 9 being survivors of the Savant Syndrome, endure the tests done on them, and find a way to escape the hellhole that they were held captive in. After their escape, all they did was plan thoroughly and meticulously without being caught or raising any radars or red flags of their existence or their plan. Although all of Tokyo was up in arms, searching high and low for them, no one was able to pinpoint their location or foil their plan of destroying the organization that ruined their lives forever. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and with enough planning and waiting for the right moment, the brothers will give the organization their just desserts. One. Vinland Saga. An anime about Vikings brought just what the brutes are known for to the screen. The strongest humans that time has known ever since its beginning. From seeing his father die in front of his very own eyes to becoming who he loathed with all his heart when he was young, we all just want to give Thorfinn a hug for what he's been through. But in case you're one of those who underestimate the boy because of his short stature, then boy are you in for some heart, cause the Viking lad knows how to make those daggers dance. And with those swift moves to make sure he comes unscathed out of any bout there is, Vinland Saga is Vikings and martial arts at its best, with notable names from history making appearances here and there, with the show ending up one of the most complete experiences that modern anime has to offer. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's bebop. The stand skate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grape. That's a story to tell if you